to a 2-wicket loss against England, and England moves to 4 point. In fact, through to the semi-final. Pakistan has only one game left in the Super 8. Pak must win final match against Sri Lanka. Stanley, did you ever expect this kind of permutation combination? This wins, that wins, or you thought that it'll be clear favorites and clear eliminators from the word you landed as a coach in India for the World Cup? Stanley, quick.
Well, like I said, this World Cup has been a World Cup of note, and I think this is the T20 World Cup a lot of people will be talking about for a very long time to come. I mean, when you then look at teams like Pakistan, you then start asking, perhaps they left somebody like a Fakhar Zaman out for too long. He should have been playing, and obviously questions such as Baba, should he have been playing at number 4? So all this will be in hindsight, perhaps this, perhaps that. But the bottom line is the team went in, did what they have to do, and the results didn't come. But I'll tell you what, it's been one of those World Cups that, if another team the result does not go well, if India loses out, do not be surprised, because it is, if you just look at the track record of this tournament right now, it's been that sort of a tournament. But at the end of the day, big teams are made for big tournaments, and if India is really a big team that it's really well known for, then this is the moment where they really need to pull up their socks and show the fact that they are a big team for sure.
Absolutely, big team for sure. Noel David, do you still call someone favorites on your past glory, considering Australia has walked out? England just managed to come back, and Afghanistan, the semi-finalists, have been crushed out of it. Noel David, are there any favorites left, or it is the performance on that particular day, that
I
moment?
think my favorite is South Africa. I always back them because the way they bring their cricket to the ground, their hunger for it for the cups. If you see the WTC how they played, if you see the women's how they played, the T20 finals I think this team has the package. They are so calculated. If you see the game against us, the Indians, how they bowl, they never let the ball come onto the bat. They started to bowl all the slower ones, varied the pace, cut the pace off. So I think this and the batting lineup is superb. I think these are the guys. This is a hot favorite team for me, and that's my favorite, Sunit, and I'm backing them.
Can I ask you a very snide question? Have you applied for the coaching job there at the South Africa? The way you've been praising them and criticizing the GG
No,
squad.
no, not at all. Because you see the cricket they bring, you see how they play. That's the beauty of South Africans. Their hunger, they strive for the cup, they want the cup. Now I feel that what they're doing is everything is perfect, and I feel that this team will win this year's trophy because they need to win so that that the cricket already is grown. They come so far from 7 to 8 years. The cricket has grown in all departments, even in the women's. So, and I feel that South Africa is a strong contender.
Well, absolutely. So before I wrap up the show, I'll quickly pass it on to our friend Satish. Satish, quickly share your views about what you saw in England yesterday. Well, it's very hard to keep Satish out of the discussion, but somehow something tells me that Satish is not available right now. Let me ask quickly, Noel David, what do you think of the match yesterday? England played the brand of cricket within 1 minute.
Brilliant, brilliant from the captain itself, Harry Brooks. The way he single-handedly took the game away from the Pakistan. Yes, there were some hiccups towards the end, but England had showed. But the beauty of the game was their running between the wickets. The way they ran, that's
Yes.
that's what that's what you need. T20 is not about hitting all the balls to six or the fours. It's all about running also. They calculated. They took the risk factor was less. The ball which were in the slot were hammered to the boundary or to over the six for the six, but others all they were running and they were converting that ones into twos and twos into three. And if you see, that's why the spin attack which they had, the Pakis, the average, the bowling, was 9 point something. So you can imagine the way the English people have calculated and batted against the Pakistanis. And Harry Brook, really, I think he's the first captain to get 100 in the World Cup for the England, I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And hats off.
Two coaches on the board. Let me ask Stanley Chiodza a very difficult question. I hope he becomes the cat on the hot tin roof. Stanley, you've been the coach, fielding coach of two of the teams. Do you think your time has come now to actually take on the big boys and perhaps look at one of the teams? If there was one team you'd like to coach today as the fielding coach, which would that be? Stanley Chiodza.
You really had to ask me a very difficult question, but just to answer you, I think I will go back to Zimbabwe. I think right now, you see, the whole concept of Zimbabwe's fielding is characterized and built on the likes of probably one of the better Zimbabwe teams we had during the times of Andrew Flower, your Guy Whittles, your Stuart Carlisle, your Henry Olongas. We competed on the field. You knew the game was not done until the game was over. So pretty much everything with regards to fielding, the intensity that we put on the field is pretty much drone, and that has been the foundation. So anybody who plays cricket, even if you look at the current fielding coach in Stuart Matsikinyere, we pretty much came through the same setup in terms of age group cricket. We all look forward to watching and Flowers. So everything that we do, our brand of cricket, the style is built on intensity. So pretty much Zimbabwe at this moment in time. And I'm hoping they give India that push just to see you smile once again. So no.
Absolutely. That was Stanley Chiodza, the former Zimbabwean player who's currently and a former NewsX cricket critic from the studios in Oakland. That's all we had time for the wonderful time. We thank Noel David, the coach Noel David, and not the international player, and also Satish, who was the former sports editor of the Gulf Times. That's all we had time for. We'll go in for a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere else. We'll be back with some more news, views, analysis on your favorite channel, NewsX.